you very much. So I have to sit because I would have liked to make the show like Yasin, but I don't have the right device to do that. So first thing I would like to say is that the augmented architecture seminar is over, because I won't speak about BIM or digital twin or anything related with digitalization of the architecture. I hope you're not disappointed. I am going to speak about innovation. Innovation, of course, in the sector of construction, the built environment, and yes, architecture also, of course. And so I am bringing here some opportunities that arise from what we call the innovation ecosystem for our sector in Europe. And I'm here also representing an Horizon 2020 project that I coordinate, which name is Metabuilding Labs, as you are seeing right now. And if you read the title, is EU-wide network of testing facilities and innovation services for new building envelope technologies and products. So this is an initiative of the Commission that aims to ease the access for innovators that are working especially on the building envelope solutions, to have access, simplified access, streamlined access to testing facilities in order to test their innovation. You know that when you are going to put a new construction product in the market, as you know, construction is a very complicated discipline where you have people living inside the building, so everything has to be checked in order to ensure safety and other performances. So you need to prove the regulators that you comply with everything. So for doing that, you need to test your stuff, and you sometimes, almost all the time, you need some certification. So we will provide everything related to that from a single entry point. So this is a very nice, in my opinion, quote from the guy that invented a lot of things, and typically the post-it. And this is important. This is important because we aim to do research, but research, someone has to pay for research. And in your case here, so the state pays for the time of professors and researchers, and if you are a private company, you have to sell your services or your products and then take part of your time to pay for the time when you do innovation. So you invent new products, you invent new procedures, you invent new software or whatever. So research, in order to close the loop, so if research is the transformation of money, because time is money, into knowledge, then you have to take it to the market, and then it becomes an innovation. When the market catch your new product, your new development, and is successful and reach the market, then this is innovation. So you transform the knowledge into money again, and this closes the loop, and this is how it works. So this is important, and one thing I learned during this year doing this is that you shouldn't be shy of speaking about money, business model, and what a product will do when it will be put in the market. The market impact, because this ensures impact. So this is a nice phrase that let me introduce how we finance innovation in Europe. So, of course, you have heard, I hope, of the framework program. And if you haven't, I can explain it very easily. So all the European countries put some money related, the amount of money is related to the GDP of the countries, the number of inhabitants, etc. So, but all of us, we put as countries money into a big basket in order to finance innovators. Innovation needs funding because it takes time, etc. So you don't. Sometimes this is never a linear process. So the innovation is a risky thing. So you need money to pay for your time, etc. So Europe is happy to fund innovation, to subsidize innovation. And there you see, so the different framework, what we call framework programs, where the European Commission defines, with the help of, we will see later, experts or people in the field, sometimes industry, etc. So the priorities that will be funded, so what a specific sector in the industry or the technology needs in order to go further. And so there you see the funding, the evolution of, in billion euros of the funding in the different framework programs. So we started with 3, and we are now hopefully at 100 billion euros in this big basket. And I'm talking about this because this basket, we should, all of us, we should use it, the money that is there, we should use to innovate. And this is something that I am passionate about. I'm working at different levels in France and in Europe in order to well use this money in order to innovate and bring more products to the market. And also because behind, and specifically in our sector, we have a very big challenge, which is climate change and resilience in general. So in order to do this, we need to find new solutions. And here comes the ECTP. So the ECTP is a European construction technology platform. It's one of 38 technology platforms, official technology platforms labeled by the European Commission in different sectors of the industry. So ECTP is the one that deals with us. So it deals with architecture, construction, urban planning, cities, etc. This is the only one, and it's the official one, and it has been created in 2004. It was launched in 2004. Then we publish different documents. We are periodically publishing strategic research agendas. And then in 2009, there's the E2BA and the PPP-EB launch. So this sounds Chinese, but it's Energy Efficient Building Association and the Energy Efficient Building Public-Private Partnership that was launched in 2009. And this works like putting together, so the ECTP deals with all stakeholders in the construction sector that are part of the platform, produce a strategic agenda with the future objectives and topics that are necessary to achieve in order to push forward research and the industry, the whole industry in general. So this agenda is shared with the European Commission, and the European Commission puts money, a significant amount of money, you will see, in order to fund what we call in the jargon topics. So topics are themes of research. So you have call for project with topics, and then you have the funding. So between 2014 and 2020, we have channels. So the European Commission has given us 600 million euros of budget to fund research, which is quite significant. So there's a lot of project that has been performed just for the energy efficient building PPP. And so there you have a publication about the roadmap. So the roadmap has been produced by the ECTP and need to be, that doesn't exist anymore, but it's another story, and by the Commission. And these 600 million euros represent a lot of innovations. And here you have the types, so the typical topics that have been funded by the EEB PPP. So from advanced material solutions, energy building systems, HVAC and lighting, so equipments in the buildings, monitoring, methodologies, diagnosis, and urban and district scale solutions. So there's a lot of projects and we don't have time to present them. But in general, this is what we do at a certain scale. This is what you also can do as a school. So yesterday we had a meeting with direction of the school and some of the professors. And the general idea I'm trying to bring with me is this is something that you can participate. Probably you already participate in some projects, etc. But as a very, let's say, active actor in Brussels, we very rarely come across Slovakian partners, Slovakian actors, and we want you engage in the research with us, in collaborative research. So that's why I'm here, and this is the message I want to bring to you. No, what's happening here? I cannot get... Okay. There's someone calling. It's I have a mess here. Sorry. There's a call there. Okay. Okay. Great, thank you. So now, in the slide before, I wrote that the EEB PPP is ended. So now we have a new partnership. So at the ECTP level, we are working, so I am part of the ECTP steering committee, so I can speak on behalf of the ECTP. So we are working, so this is work in progress. I cannot show you the content, although I have them, because we have to correct, well, we cannot disclose it yet, but we have the new strategic research and innovation agenda for 24 until 2030. And here we have, so all the priorities and objectives that we have collectively worked on with seminars, workshops, so all the stakeholders. The idea is that all stakeholders from all countries of the EU work together in order to elaborate these roadmaps so it can represent as much as possible the needs of the construction sector, the construction industry in every country of the EU. So this is one thing. The other thing is Build for People. So you will hear about it. Build for People is the new co-program partnership. So the partnership before was the EEB PPP, as I explained before. We have obtained more than 600 million euros, and now with the new Build for People partnership, we hope to have significantly more. I cannot give a figure because this will be decided by step, but the idea is that we have a little bit more. And now the new thing is that on the private side of the partnership, we have the ECTP, so the public part is the European Commission, of course. And then you have the private part, is ECTP, and also the World Green Building Council that you may know. It's quite famous because of the LEED certification. It's a very active network of partners, which is everywhere they're active everywhere in the world. And so they are part of the Build for People program partnership. And this is, I hope you're able to read it, but this comes from the Memorandum of Understanding we have signed with the European Commission. And these, so are the objectives. We have general objectives. So I won't read everything, but from holistic innovation towards sustainability, decarbonization, transition, behavioral change towards sustainable living. So these big chunks of objectives are declined in specific objectives and in operational objectives. And from this, we will have the topics that teams will have to respond to. So this means that we will have calls for project on these areas. So I think this is interesting, and I say it again, this is the result of a collective works of industry players, academia, research organizations, SMEs, etc. So this is something that has been worked bottom up, and so we believe it is pertinent, and it is what we need as an industrial sector to keep moving forward. So my takeaway message is join ECTP, because ECTP is open to have new members. We are 150, as I said before. We are an open association, and so the School of Architecture can join, and an architectural agency can join, so private organization, SMEs, architectural agencies, governmental institutions, whatnot. Everyone can join the ECTP as long as they are interested in moving forward with the built environment sector and probably, hopefully, engage in innovation. So this is a screenshot of our website, and as you notice, perhaps, I hope you can read, but otherwise I will read it for you. We have committees. So these committees are active groups which work together in order to produce the input that later will come up to the general strategic and research and innovation agenda. So the committees actually now currently are built environment decarbonization, built for life, with this will healthy environments, well-being in buildings, etc., digital built environment, heritage and regeneration, infrastructure and mobility, and materials and sustainability. So I really deeply encourage you to check this out. At the institutional level, consider an institutional level or company level, consider joining us, because there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of contacts to be done at the ECTP level with people that are engaged in innovation. And innovation is nothing, and getting funded by the European Commission is not a simple thing. It's something that there's a learning curve. So if you find the right partners, it will be easier for you to capture some of this funding and to learn how to get it. So hence my message of joining us. So I'm happy to discuss with you or receive emails or whatever, but we can discuss about that, but it's important. So now I switch a little bit. So I will explain how we are structuring the European construction sector ecosystem with two projects. We have been Metabuilding. Metabuilding has been a European project which is now finished, that allowed us to create the metabuilding.com platform. So I encourage you also to check out metabuilding.com platform on the web and Metabuilding Labs. And so hence, my very nice red jacket. And in a nutshell, the two projects, Metabuilding was an InnoSub project, so we had funding, we have been able to give money to SMEs in the construction sector, innovating in the construction sector in cross-sectoral challenges. So we had, innovation is something which is open, and you need fresh ideas. Sometimes these fresh ideas come from different industrial sectors. So someone develops something in the aerospace sector, for instance, and it can be pertinent for our construction sector. So this can be the seed of an innovation. And so we have worked with additive manufacturing, nature-based solutions, the digital industry, and the circularity and recycling sector. And we had 5 million euros of total funding, and we have funded more than 60, or no, it's more than that, 85 SMEs directly with these challenges, cross-sectoral challenges. We had 6 countries which were target, so Austria, France, Hungary, Italy, Portugal, and Spain. And then the other project, which is a follow-up of Metabuilding, is Metabuilding Labs. So the one I presented, and basically there you have a snapshot of some of our testing facilities. We have 100 plus 100 of testing facilities in those European countries that you see there. And in each country, we are taking a very proactive position in order to activate the ecosystem, the local ecosystem, the national ecosystem that I will show you in this slide. So these are the 6 in orange, the 6 target countries of Metabuilding. Then Metabuilding Labs, we have added 7 additional countries. And we are, of course, open to add new ones. So Slovakia is in the roadmap. And so we are very keen on discussing with the technical university and with other partners in order to be able, for you to be able to join the ecosystem. And what we are doing basically in each country is, the concept behind it is here. You have now what happened historically, what we call innovation. Once in the industry, we used to have closed innovation. And so there's a guy in the USA, a professor called Henry Chesbrough, that coined the term open innovation and wrote some very famous books. And he used to, so he tell the story about the closed innovation, and it was at the time used to be the normal practice in IBM or Hewlett-Packard, these kind of companies that had thousands of engineers working in the company in order to try to, brainstorm in order to invent the new hot stuff. And in fact, the new hot stuff was created in garage by people like Bill Gates or the Apple guy, etc. So the ideas are coming from, you cannot control where the ideas come from. So the idea, hence the open innovation thing is, let's see outside the company where the ideas can be, and we merge with them, we make deals with them, we work together in collaborative way. This is open innovation. But to go further, open innovation, as you understand, you need to get contacts. So you get in touch with these ideas that are outside. So the next step in it is innovation networks ecosystem. So when everyone can contact, you imagine is physical and also virtual. So innovation ecosystems are this kind of ecosystem, as you know, has been used in biology in order to, the environment of a species, plants or animals together. So innovation ecosystem is this, the environment that allows innovation to be created. So this is what is behind this project. So in each country, we are working on describing and analyzing the innovation landscape. We call, this is the example of France. So we have the construction sector, and then you have all the actors that participate in a way or another in innovation. So of course you have big companies, small industrial companies, producers of equipment, materials, recycling industry, the the general constructors, and we have quite a lot, but then clusters where SMEs work, doctoral schools, research and technologies organization, certification bodies, association, etc. So all of them participate in a way or another in the innovation landscape. And we have been doing this for every country we are targeting. So here's a good example. We have been insisting, and yesterday we mentioned, the possibility of creating national technology platform, because we have the ECTP at the Brussels level, which works well. We have 150 members, but it shouldn't be alone in Brussels to all Europe. We should have national chapters everywhere. So to have national chapters, people have to organize. And the example that this can happen is Spain. So in Spain, you have all these logos, nice logos around PTEC, means that they are members of this technology platform, the Spanish technology platform, which is very useful. Everyone is inside. 144 members. This is outdated. Now they are even 180, I think, the last notice. So they have a lot of actors that are working together in order to create collaboration opportunities, business opportunities. We are trying to do this in France, but in every country, we at the ECTP is engaged to help actors in every country in order to come up with something similar. We know that so if you look at this and say, well, it's impossible, we cannot do it, but little by little, this is possible. So this is you have a snapshot of the same innovation landscape that I showed before for Spain. And so, in order to keep everything in touch, we need a backbone, a digital backbone for this innovation ecosystem. And this is the functionality, this is the main objective of Metabuilding.com. And Metabuilding.com, so, is an open innovation platform. As I said before, was created in Metabuilding. It is, so we passed, the Metabuilding project has ended in May of this year. So now it's being used in Metabuilding Labs. It's a single entry point, so it's a way that you, from the platform, you can get access to all these testing facilities, but also to collaboration opportunities, to latest news in innovation, in funding, etc. So everything you need in order to be performant in the innovation world, you may have it in Metabuilding.com. So this is kind of, what the added value we have. So from our main transaction, let's say development and testing from idea to market, so you find everything you need. And then what this allows to do a lot of things, and by the way, Metabuilding.com is the official platform for Build for People partnership. Build for People partnership has come up with an idea which are Build for People innovation clusters, so how clusters with companies inside can be more performant in order to be more efficient to innovate. So there's a list of features, but one of them is everyone should communicate at the interior of the platform and also with the external ecosystem. So they will be using Metabuilding.com platform to do that. Here's a screenshot. Perhaps it's a little bit outdated, but you find this. We have more and more users every day. We are improving the platform, but that's something that is of interest, is that we believe that this shouldn't happen only in English. So we have national pages of every country we have as partners, and the platform is translated in every language. So we don't want the language to be a barrier to use the platform. So this is something important for us. And then we have a lot of tools. So innovation and testing support that I explained, innovation coaching, so it's how to get along with innovation with people generally, and mostly if they are an SME, they don't have the capacity or the trained people in order to deal with innovation. So we provide our members, all those dots you have seen in the map, can provide with local support to innovators. We can showcase products and technologies of every company. We can find information about funding, financing, public, both private and public. Collaboration opportunities, this is very important, because this sometimes is being doing, for instance, in DCTP. We send an email to the secretariat of DCTP saying, we would like to participate in this topic, in this project. So we are streamlining this, and if we use the platform, you can post very easily, you can post a collaboration offer, or you are seeking to join a consortium to do research, etc. So you can do it again. And also we are providing specific tools for clusters, because our main objective also is clusters, because SMEs that need most help in innovation are there. And so we have also news. We are prepared for cross-sectoral innovation. So these are other European platforms that are part of Metabuilding. So the European Federation of Green Roof and Living Wall Association, the recycling industry, the additive manufacturing platform, etc. So this is, for innovators, is very important. We can promote and find products and services. So this is an example of a green facade of an Austrian partner. Collaboration opportunities I explained before, so you have to register. The platform is for free, so anyone can join the platform, can register as a user. The only thing you need is to have an organization. So if you are a teacher or if you are a student, also students are welcome to use the platform, but you need to engage your school. So if you like to use the platform, so tell your professor or the school to open an institutional page, and that will be it. Then you can. So another takeout message: check the platform and subscribe to it, and then also we can start working together in order to open the Slovakian chapter here. So the landing page, to translate it in your local language, etc. Everything is open, and we need to push forward this. And then to end up, so this is the last part, is a little snapshot, very, very quickly, of Metabuilding labs. So as I said before, we have laboratories, test benches, pilot buildings, living labs. Pilot buildings, why? Because you need to test the innovation at a certain stage of development of products. You need to test your components in real buildings with real people inside. You cannot put in the market something you haven't tested. So it's very important, and very often it's a problem to find pilot buildings, because you are fitting with something that is not on the market. So you can have some reluctancy from the building owner, from the insurance companies, etc. So there's a whole deal in doing this. So we are going also, we are trying to streamline this process. And I will show you some part of the project. We are developing some technologies in order to test ourselves, how we can help them improve and be tested. So this is a snapshot of the technologies we have in the project. So this one from Urban Canopy, an SME from France, greening solution from prefabricated facade. So this is a typical in NBS, so nature-based solution with a panel, with insulation, in order to be used in retrofitting buildings. This is a solar, so VIPV, so building integrated photovoltaic facade. So this is basically you have cells producing electricity within layers of glass, and this is a very nice product. Then a prefabricated precast panel for refurbishment of building from a Spanish company, another French company with a double skin facade, very interesting. Here we have 3D printing of building components in Spain, and this is a shadow device from France also producing electricity. So all this, this innovation, we are working with them. So our technology centers, we have more than 13 or 14 technology centers in the project that are working with these companies in order to help improving their products. And then at a certain stage, it hasn't yet begun. We are going to test for instance, here in social housing blocks in Paris region. Also in Spain, in Asturias, so another housing operation where we will test solutions. In Turkey, so in Başakşehir municipality, which is in Istanbul, so they have a living labs, and we will, some of the panel, the electricity producing panels, etc., will be tested there. Of course, with feedback loops, with the living labs methodology, so participatory methodology, we will work with people living there or using the spaces in order to get a feedback on the technology, if they are happy with them, if they like it, if it's useful, etc. And all this is very important information for innovators in order to refine the products and ensure social acceptance. And this is the last, a very little living labs. It's a module, a prefabricated module in metal and wood from ArcelorMittal. Even this has changed because they have created a spin-off. So Room 2030 now is a spin-off that is selling modular architecture using this kind of technologies. And that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. And very glad to, if you have questions, I'm here, and then please contact us and check the platform. Thank you very much. So any question? Oh, I have impressed everyone. You are amazed. Yasin, thank you. You shouldn't do it because you are my friend.
Thank you, Germain. So just in the context of the Slovakian context, do you feel that having a Slovakian chapter would probably be the best way forward?
Sorry again?
Yeah, if we look at the Slovakian context, I'm just wondering what is the best option really, whether to have individual subscriptions to the ECTP or whether to create a chapter first, a Slovakian chapter.
The national technology platform, yes?
National technology chapter, yeah. That would liaise with the ECTP and then may grow organically, nationally, and I don't know which is the best option. Maybe you can reflect on that.
Well, the position we have at the ECTP, I must say that I am the official coordinator of national technology platforms for ECTP, so I am well placed to give you an answer. And our position is that we don't want to have subsidiary platforms in countries. So we let people organize themselves. We don't even oblige them to be members of the ECTP, although we encourage them to be members of the ECTP. And but yes, we can bring also the Spanish platform that I showed, which is very performant, and they have a know-how on how to organize it. So they are available, they are members of the project. So they have time to have meetings and be reference for different countries that are willing to create their national platform to get support. So this we are providing. And then we let people organize. Another thing we are trying to do, we are offering is, because it's different from, it's complicated to say we are creating for tomorrow, we are going to create an association, we will have these members, etc. This doesn't happen like this. So we are proposing, and I proposed it yesterday to our fellow partners from the technical university, we can create a cluster in the Metabuilding platform, so a local cluster, with a Slovakian cluster in the Metabuilding platform, so people can join. It could be a virtual platform. It's less engaging, they don't sign anything, they just declare themselves willing to participate in this cluster, so they can start exchanging, collaborating, etc., and gain momentum. At a certain point, they may decide to go the next step, so creating a real association or another legal entity that will represent the platform. But again, what we need is every kind of actors. A platform shouldn't be only academic or only companies. You have to have all the value chain represented. And this is what we have, and the value of ECTP is that every day we have discussions, with real companies doing things, producing, etc., with architects, with engineers, with academicians, etc., and this moves things forward.
Is there an example actually of the university? But because what you show us as examples, they are mostly like a product designed by the established companies. If you have some case study working with the university?
So I haven't heard very well. As you know, I have some hearing problems. I can approach, or
I
you
can speak louder.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Sorry. My question was if you have some case study about university participating in the program, because what we saw was mainly kind of product development for established companies.
Yes. The university participating in European project, you mean? Or in the ECTP?
In Metabuilding or in...
Well, we have, in Metabuilding labs, we have the University of Galway in Ireland participating. We have the University of Reggio Calabria in Italy participating. And we have the University of Bordeaux in France that are partners of the project. So we have, I don't know if this is a question I haven't asked you yesterday, but if you, as a technical university, you have testing facilities, testing laboratories, where you test materials or something like that, this would be very pertinent.
Yes, we do have, but not at this faculty because it's architecture apparently, but building science they have a lot of kind of aerodynamic tunnels and whatever.
So the idea is, the added value of this is that people are happy, universities and research institutions alike, are happy to participate because we cannot promise anything, of course, but we are telling them is that they have testing facilities. These are expensive, very often very expensive equipment, and you have to pay for it. You have to entertain them, to maintenance, to do, etc. So sometimes, and very often, these are half of the time or a certain period of the time they are empty. You don't use it because you don't have clients, because you don't have demands to do it. So the fact of putting them in a network with a single access means that they have chances to get more clients. And this is what we are trying to bring, more clients to use these testing facilities. So we have calculated 20% of augmentation of the frequency of clients. And with this, if we are able to do this, we have a good business plan, because all the challenges here is when the project is over in early 2026, we have to be sustainable. So we have to be able to not shut down the platform, not shut down the association, etc. So we have to be self-sustainable. And to do this, we have considered several revenue streams, and one of them is the brokerage of the testing facility. So the idea is that we find a client for you, so you perform a service, etc. You give us a little reward for bringing you a client, so a brokerage fee. This is one of them. Another one is also to participate in new European projects. So the association, this is why we are creating the association. The association will be able to be partner in other European projects, bring in the platform, bring in the know-how, etc. So this can also be a revenue stream from the association. And then we will have some fees. So our members will pay some fees. If we have a lot of work, we bring a lot of clients, so we have a lot of money coming from the brokerage fees. We will be able to have lower fees. If we don't have so much activity, we will have to higher the fees, but anyone can be participant, and at any moment in time they can withdraw from the association, but this is not expected. What we expect is to grow, is to cover all of Europe. So we are starting, as I showed you before, with 13, 14 countries. And the ambition is to cover all of Europe with this, and with very meaningful and important partners. We have a lot of, I haven't shown you the partners, but we have very big names in the industry, in the construction sector. So, for instance, RISE, which is the big RTO, the big technology center in Sweden. We have EMI in Hungary, so the official technology center for the construction sector in Hungary. We have ITB Poland, which is again the national institution. We have BAM in Germany, which is the official testing institute for materials in Germany, and we have the Belgium one, etc., etc. So we have big partners inside. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
I wanted to ask, you have a lot of experience with innovation process, and I wanted to ask where do you see more of innovation, in academic fields or in private sector, in other countries, mainly?
Innovation, innovation is a value change. Is a value change approach. You need everyone. You don't get. My experience is everyone can bring different things. Typically, university people are very good at what they do. They are, the science. They are very, very pertinent, very specific, whatever. The downside of this is that they don't have a lot of experience in, let's say, commercial experience or with the industry. So they need someone to make the link. So basically, this is a task for research institute. The research institute, so research and technology organization, typically make the link between the high-level knowledge of universities and the industry that are dealing with, massively producing products, scaling up innovation, etc. So because I work in an RTO, we make this link. We are in the middle. But also you need SME, so big companies, because they have the power of getting a lot of money, big building sites, big scale, everything. You need SMEs because SME is like Jan that has a new idea, and you know they are 5 or 7, but they are pushing, and so they are very, very important. And then again, you need building owners because you need to test somewhere, you need to test your stuff. So you need a building owner that plays the game and say, listen, I am refurbishing in this building next year. So if you want to fit something, I'm happy to do it. So of course, who pays, how we arrange, etc. So this is something we can deal more easily if we have European funding, but this is why it is interesting to have it. Then the building owner also plays the game. Sometimes it's a building owner, sometimes it's a municipality that offering a square, a public space to test. It depends on the scale of what you're doing, etc. But I mean, everyone can bring its part. So we couldn't say innovation is here more than there. Everyone is important in the value chain.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. And thank you for having invited us here.